No, love is not blind.
Love is not blind. Wow. This is coming from a woman. Wahala there. Tell us say wahala there today. So why did you say so?
If love is blind, how are we going to be able to correct some things that need to be corrected in our relationship, in the life of our loved ones? So I can't. Love is not blind, because if we say that it's blind, how I love you, and I see you going wrong, and because of the love I have for you, I'm just like, let me just overlook. Next time I will correct it. Before you know it, everything is spoiled. So love is not blind.
Wow. She said, if love is blind, corrections cannot be made. That's what she's trying to say, is that you can't close your eyes and say wrong things. You have to open it. You have to shine it. The prof, what do you have to say?
You see, this word called love is such a deep word. In such a way that if you want to carry your two eyes, one, like you said, want to open eyes and be doing it, you will make mistake. Love is deep. And as it's deep, many a time that love that lasts is those one that look very blindly. Because a situation that maybe two unmatched people are meeting, when everybody is looking, people begin to question what really brought these two people together. But those people that you are thinking that they are very matching, they are all doing very well, they are not actually making it. But the people that you thought that maybe, even though they give me for so amount of money, I will not go for this. But you find that those one match. Such kind of love, a blind love that maybe you really need to close your eyes and pray. Close your eyes and pray. Don't be opening your eyes anyhow and look, because that thing that you see, let me tell you, not everything that is glitter can be gold. But when you are closing your eyes and pray about this love, you are going to connect to one who is invisible, who actually loves us blindly, because God loved man blindly. In such a way that if God wants to open eyes to love man, man is supposed not to be loved for any reason. The Bible describes that even when we were yet deeply in sin, someone need to look beyond our mistake, our fault. He turned the blind eyes to that, to look at us and begin to show us love. So love is so deep that the true love, if you want to, it does not simply mean maybe closing your physical eyes, but you don't look at some of those negatives, things that you thought that is in appearance of any human to go into love. So when you look at it, God is the one that started this blinding love of a thing. He loved us blindly. Okay, what if I may ask, moderator, if I ask, why did God love man? You know, see all the wahala where man they give him, the mistakes. Even when God is even trying to gather man go see drag himself. He has to look beyond our faults, look beyond our mistake, and say, I love you people, even when you people do not deserve.
That is, see, let me tell you, that is where you are saying God is, see, that is where the love, if God love is blind towards man, believe me, man will go wrong in so many ways, and because of that love that God has for us, he will overlook it. God love is not blind. That's why God can correct us.
Okay. No, first, make I hang you. You know, we are dealing with also a pastor, an engineer. Make we leave that angle of God love between we and God. No matter what we'll settle later. Between man and woman, Prof said that love is blind.
Deeply blind.
And that
Totally
is deeply
blind.
blind. It's not that it's just blind.
Totally blind.
It's deeply blind. That is the blindness. They very, very high. Anyway, if you want to say your mind on this show, the number is on the screen. 080-229-01861. 080-229-01861. Or you can leave your message at Isonic Entertainment. We will see it and we will read it out. Yeah. I come to you.
Okay.
You said love is not a blind.
She's not blind.
But I have seen a very responsible man going to marry a harlot. I have seen a very beautiful woman marrying a cripple, a handicapped man.
Yes.
I don't know if we must be sincere. In the world of natural sense, I don't think any lady or any man will agree to marry somebody who is physically challenged. So, the law of being blind, doesn't it play out there?
Some men,
Yeah.
before they get involved with some women, it get wetin their eye don see for outside, maybe with other beautiful ladies that you think, you know, they dress up, fix all these things and all that, looking beautiful outward. And a man that have been hurt, that knows all these things, he will tell himself, instead of me getting hurt or being worried about this lady, is it not better I go for this other person that I know that when at least will not give me heartbreak? Even when I go out there in the next 1 week, I have rest of mind because I know that she's there waiting for me. So such a person will overlook that love and go for somebody that is crippled. Then, like they say, like an harlot too, the man may see her and like maybe get to know her, get to talk to her, and get to realize that for her to be in this kind of thing is because of so reason. Because I don't think you just go for an harlot without you getting to know some things about that person. You must have, some of you must have discussed, have an understanding for you to decide that I'm going to take this lady away from this thing. It's because of this reason she's involved in this harlot thing she's doing. And since she have seen so many men, I believe that if I keep her, she's not going to cheat on me, she's not going to misbehave. That is where the man brings the woman in. And that is not blind love. That is not blind love. He knows what he's doing. His eyes is open. He brought her in and tried to change, because if the love is blind like we said, then he will, and you want to marry an harlot, I'm sure you will also be overlooked anytime she goes out to meet a man, because the love is blind. So you have to overlook any other thing she's doing. But if you're you to bring her in and to stop her from all those things, it's because that love is not blind. You want to correct things that need to be corrected in her life so that you two of you can enjoy the relationship. So
You see, I doubt before even you call me in, let me come in here. You know, if whether that question has been answered well, because I don't see how maybe a very pretty woman, naturally, when your two eyes is open, you are seeing a physical challenge. And sometimes, most of these cases we are talking about, those people are people that they have so many suitors around them. They decided they would turn it down and say, only this one.
Because
And
of
then-
the heartbreaking.
Which heartbreak?
Is because see, let me tell
Some of them have not even be having one. Some may even be foresighted love. It might even be love
the
as
person that
foresighted.
has gone through things.
Foresight. They have not even been going through any pain.
I don't agree.
You see, why I even have to use God is this. He is the originator of this thing called love, and He is love personified in the sense that if we must love the word of God, we must look beyond those things that we are seeing. And this is where the love is blind. So you find out that when two unmatched people are meeting and they are matching, but physically looking at, they are unmatched in everything. And but when they meet together, they are matched. Then the two people who seems to be fine boy and pretty people, they are meeting and they have issues. They break. They just easy come, easy goes. They breeze in and they breeze out of marriage, out of relationship. What do you call that? But the one who look beyond the faults, who did not, those sees everything, who is natural sense would see an lot, which is maybe a scandal, who will still want to go and then stick his neck, put his neck to go that. Until the love is blind, such thing cannot happen. So you must look beyond that and know that beyond this issue about prostitution, there is something in her that you can uncover. And on that, it is not about opening eyes. It is do it in the way of God. Blindly love, and God back you up. Because you are, by that, you are looking up to someone who has started that.
Forget God.
All this is sin love. Sin love. I don't see. This sin love is our problem. This sin love. So until we begin to embrace love blindly, we don't start to love.
Yes. My people, you've heard, is really hitting up. And for you to say your mind, you can call our number 080-229-01861, or better still, you send your message at eSonic Entertainment. eSonic, ESONIC Entertainment. I want to ask both of you a question. Okay. A relationship where the two people are using their brain. I don't know how to put it. The two people are wise in that relationship.
Bam. You have put it right.
And a relationship where the both of them are foolish. Which lasts longer?
In fact, all of them go spoil. If both of you are acting wise in your relationship, it will spoil. And if both of you are acting foolish in your relationship, it will still spoil. Why? One person have to be wise, one person have to be foolish in the relationship. Because if both of you are acting wise, this one will want show you say I know past you. Before you know it, that is where things become so bad. If both of you are acting foolish, this one see fault, you come more eye. This one see, you come more eye. I don't want quarrel. I want the house to be peaceful. You just realize that so many things that you're supposed to have dealt with is just going bad. So one person have to be wise, one person have to be foolish. Wise in the sense that if you notice something that is going wrong in your relationship, in your home, you call the other person, talk to the person, not in a quarrel way. Tell it to the person,
Gently.
and look at what I noticed. Why not let's do it like this? Why not do it this way? The person too will reason. Okay, see the way this man or this woman talk to me. Let's handle it. Let's do it that way. Even though the person that try to behave foolish may notice that some things are still not right in what the person says, but two of you will reason together. Okay, why not? But if the other person no, I have understanding of this thing. I know that it have to be this way. This is where you will now say love is blind. Well, since I love him, I love her. Let's just. But the love that is not blind, we see fault and try to correct it. Not in a bad way, but we like, okay, this my woman is, or this my man is not doing this thing. I can't say that because I love him, I don't want to hurt his feeling. Let me just keep quiet about it. Let me just call him. Let me talk to him and see how we can sort this thing out. That is, So.
Okay, Prof. What do you have to say about this?
You see, like as I say, the word love is a strange language to humankind. And that is why there is no how we will never always return to the source of love to explain love. That if love actually sees, love will not cover the multitude of sins. Even sees. It must turn a blind eyes to certain things to work. So you find that many a time is easy to say, and you have to tell. Now, love covers a lot of things, and there is no fear in perfect love, because love is like, you see, God gives human wisdom to do things that until you bring electric wire, negative and positive, you can even put fire in a house. You see the reason why in times of you have connecting these wires, cable that we use, you always find out that they are both made of positive and negative. Now the negative or the positive is like looking beyond the negative aspect of the other one to match for them to be able to bring light. And so you find out that most of these, I am positive, you are positive, I'm positive. You see, these are the kind of love that two masters want to be in the same boat. I don't even know why I marry you. I am a PhD holder. This one say, my father. And then these are kind of love that they may have a very big societal wedding. So everything is working very fine. The whole media everywhere. But at the end of the day, before you know, in the same social media will tell you that people under 2 years, under 1 year, they are already separated because they were seeing those fantasies. So when you begin to look at fantasies in love as because you want to be wise, say, shine your eyes. Listen, the person who started this love was blindly over things of negative. That's why I use the cable, positive and negative. It is it's not normal. So it is like when a man has to trust in God, in looking up to God, and you decided that there is beyond this fall that I'm seeing, deep down there is something positive. And this is when we say blind love, we did not actually talking about you want to go and talk to a woman, you have to close your eyes. Hello, I just want to say no. There are faults that you already seen, and it is even well known that you decided to close your eyes over that and then go that beyond, because there's a song that says God look beyond those our faults. You look beyond certain things, and you trust the originator of love.
But from what you're saying, there's an expectation, because when you say you believe that there's something positive, what if eventually that thing positive that you believe that you will get at the end of the tunnel, the light you're expecting to see at that end of the tunnel, eventually you didn't see that light?
Hey, you see, you did not even see the light at the beginning.
But
there will always be the belief. The belief creates something. And you begin to, that belief that you begin to work on those negative defects of that person, and before you know, you don't create the light, because the light and peace you are talking about, you have to be the one to create it.
You begin to, if your love is blind, you don't even need to begin to. Your love is blind.
How will how would a man that want to bring light will want to say, I must use positive cable to bring light?
see, that
You
is
want
where
to put
that is
light.
where the love is.
And
See,
this is the
if
wisdom.
if the love
That
is,
when we talk about an
because
act of
what-
wisdom, love
I'm
too
even
is an act of
confused.
wisdom. Yes,
I'm
you
even
have to
confused about what you are
because-
saying. No.
Because you have to be confused.
I'm confused
when
about what-
you know
because I
that
just
you're
feel like-
supposed to. You're supposed to agree with what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
no. I feel
If you
that
don't agree with what I'm saying, you will be
whatever
confused.
you are even saying, I even feel like you are even supporting what I'm saying.
How?
Yeah, indirectly, because now, like they said, spare the rod and spoil the child. That is, a parent believe that they love their child, and even when the child is going, everybody know that this child is going wrong, but you overlook whatever that child is doing. Like, no, leave am. Nah, small pikin, leave am, and the child keep going wayward. It's just the same way. You cannot say that love is blind. You are looking beyond the negative, and you are getting involved. Like the host asked the question, if this person you marry, at the end of the day, say there will be a light, and at the end of the tunnel, that light you are expecting to see, you did not see it, will you still blindly continue? You will not.
So for,
Because see, that's why I say love is not blind. Whoever you are getting married to, yes, that feeling is there, that love is there. You get married to that person, so both of you know that you are not perfect. You come from different places, different orientation, and you know that. So that's why I always tell people that, for me, I believe that love is a choice you make, and you have to learn to tolerate. Tolerance.
But that tolerance is the blindness.
Blindness.
See,
That
That
is
tolerance.
not-
Blindness
Okay,
because
okay.
you keep on
Okay,
getting
okay.
confused.
see, what I
Because
I'm
you are
not
trying to play into my game here.
I'm not playing into your game. I'm trying to see, because when you say that love is blind, that blindness, you even overlook fault. In that love is blind. That is what I'm trying to say. You even overlook fault. But when love is not blind, I'm not saying that you did not marry that person out of love, but you will not overlook. There are some things you will not overlook, that because you want to have a good relationship, you must correct some things. You must make it work out between the two of you. But if you're into a relationship and you went into it because you said love is blind, it will get to a stage where you are trying to correct that man or that woman, and the person will like, I thought you loved me. I thought you loved me.
Because those things that he saw when
thing,
it started is no longer there. So that love cannot be. But if it was blindly over the beginning, that love would last. Because at the end of the day, you will find out the reason why.
It will never last.
That's what
if you say you marry somebody,
that is what they call the process.
It will
of
never
life.
last.
There is everything that
Because
has a process.
there are things you cannot overlook. There are things you can never overlook.
Okay.
Whether love or anything.
Okay. That's why I asked the question. That is it possible for the two people to be foolish? That's why I asked that
They cannot.
question.
Two people cannot be foolish.
Because if at the end of the day we say okay, we're talking about love being blind, I believe that
that is where the blind is the foolishness. Blind.
Because personally I believe that the word, there's a caller. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Please, who are we speaking with? Who's on the line?
Madam Vero.
Oh, Super Mama. How are you this
Good
morning?
morning.
Good morning.
I'm fine, and you too.
Yeah, we're fine. So what's your take on this particular discussion?
Let me say my mind. Let me just, I won't take time. Let me just drop few words. I think I'm in support of Mr. Ezekiel.
Okay.
Love is blind, and love, for someone to have true love and a lasting relationship, love supposed to be blind. Let me just take, for example, the biblical aspect of it. I think it should be 1 Corinthians chapter 13, where Jesus talks about, the Bible talks about love. It said love is kind, love is patient, love is gentle, love, I think towards the end of it, say cannot keep record of sin, love and all that. So when we go there, we just see what it's talking about love. And I think that's where that place summarizes everything. Love supposed to be blind. It's because we don't practice it the way it is. Any love where open eye, not the last. You understand? So love is blind and love is supposed to be blind. If love is not blind, tell me how you see someone. You see someone. I've seen people that got married. You see somebody, maybe one of the partner is deformed, and the person will not even notice, and the person will just take that person to the other one to the altar, and you see them, they are living perfectly okay. I've seen someone that's married, someone that you know that the person is not, I don't know, somehow you know, say somebody is mad anyway, let me just put it that way. Psychologically, the person is not okay. And the person loved the lady and took her to the altar and wedded her. And they are living perfectly okay. Even when that situation comes, they won't even mind. Do you understand? So love is blind. Looking at the way people make their choices, you see that actually love is blind, and it's supposed to be blind. And you see that God's love to us is blind. There's difference between blind love and being blind. Loving blindly doesn't mean that they are stupid. You understand? Doesn't mean they are stupid. It's a two different thing. You won't say stupid love. Love is stupid. No. But when you say love is blind, it's the meaning is just not looking at the next person's faults. God's love to us is blind, though. Because if God they see our weakness, because despite our weakness, despite the potopoto we are putting our lives into, God still loves that is love. It's still the same thing. God's love to us is, if it's 100%, it's 100%. Any day, anytime. Even if we messed ourselves up, still God's love is still the same. It doesn't change. So God's love to us is blind. And that's what he was trying to tell us in that passage of the Bible. Our love to our fellow human beings is supposed to be blind. It's because we don't practice the blind love. That's why we're having issues in our marriages or in our relationships. Because we focus on that person's weakness. Focusing on that person's weakness doesn't mean, or being blind doesn't mean that you cannot correct that person in love. When you are practicing blind love, even if you see that person's fault, there's a way you go about it that will make that change. So I don't know if I'm making sense. These are the few things that I want to drop.
Okay.
So I believe love is blind, and love is supposed to be blind for us to have a lasting relationship.
Okay,
I think this is my own.
Thank you. Before you run away, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Is it in this love being blind? Must the two parties be the people to enact that acronym, love being blind, or must it be one person that enacts that?
The two now. Yes, the two. Yes, both. Yes.
Okay, it must be both of them.
Yes, both of them.
Okay, what if the cripple person you are falling in love with, that you love so much, eventually has his or her eye elsewhere? Maybe that cripple person is falling in love with a mad person. How do you bring it together?
I don't understand what they're saying. Say, what if the
Okay, let me come again. Now, okay. I'm trying to find out if this love thing, the blindness in the love, has to befall both parties, and you said yes. Now, what if, let's say, the man or the man is falling in love with a harlot, and he wants to marry her, he's proposing to her, whereas the harlot herself is falling in love with one crippled man that is seeing. That means the other person will move on now.
No, that means it's not both now. The way the other person is still like love now, but just what we are saying, you can love someone, but that person will not love. That one is a different thing entirely.
Okay.
I can see someone and love that person in total, but the person is not seeing me that way. It's a two different thing.
Okay.
It's a two different thing.
Okay.
For it to work, both of us need to have the same mindset or the same level of love,
You need to be
the
on the
same
same
that same
page.
blindness. Yes, we need to be on the same page for
Who
it
go
to
show
work.
the other person road?
I wonder.
No, blindness, you know what we are talking about is it's not about physical blindness.
See,
You know,
Okay,
there are
okay.
some statements you make. Do you understand? There are some statements you make. It's not like exactly the way blindness is not just physical blindness now.
Yeah. Don't mind me. I was trying
It's
to.
a kind of I don't know, it's emotional thing. Let me just put it that way now. It's not physical blindness.
Don't mind me. I was trying to
Eh?
please you. I was trying to please you.
Eh?
All right. Thank you, madam,
Thank
very
you
much
so
for that.
much.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
Vero.
Vero
Recorder.
calling irregular. She called from Yaba in Lagos. Yes. She is trying also to buttress that love being blind is the most appropriate. I think it's better.
Supposed to be
Okay.
blind.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Now see, I want to say something. I also looking at it from this angle. I think even in a relationship, most times when this love is blind, it goes beyond sexual urge. I think it goes beyond that desire to have the person in bed. The love being blind sees beyond that, because it's when love becomes blind, you see unusual things happening. You understand? You see, so that's when you even see a woman who is in her 50s getting married to a younger guy. Not that the woman has money. I think it's love being blind. There are things that spoil these things. So I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe if that love is blind, it pushes beyond even intimacy, some of this sexual attachment. I don't know if I'm right.
You see, moderator, let me say, come in here. You see, there's what they call the process of life. And there's also a word that they say that love conquers all. You see, love, the natural, might be looking like it's foolish, but in the spiritual is wise. This is the way of God. I just used the cable wire, positive, negative, be able to coming together to bring light. God, the Bible said that God's love to man is foolishness, but then it was wise. That even devil, who feel that was wise, couldn't be able to fathom the depth of such kind of love. So love is not just a physical word, it's a spiritual word. And then when I say for you to be able, you must always look beyond. That looking beyond does not mean we're talking about physical blindness here, that you will not see road. But then there are some areas that you see in a human life that is that everybody is running away. Somebody is sitting somewhere and seeing the positive, looking beyond that particular thing that everybody is against, and decided that deep down in that person there is something that is much more than that. And this is the blindness we are talking about. That process of that love conquers all. Love, the Bible says love faileth not. So love has never failed. So how it will happen in that blindness, love will always conquer at the end of the day. There must be light at the end of the day. God, by that we are trying to align with the originator of this thing we call love, who has never failed. So love can never fail.
Okay. There was a question I asked her.
Yes.
Let me ask you.
Yes.
Is it possible for both of them to be blinded in love?
You see, I think the possibility of both of them being blind here is not what we are talking about here. The negative is blind in totality. The positive is the one that is looking beyond. is seeing those things, but he just decided to maybe the Bible says it covers it. Not that it does not really see. It covers it. It turns blind eyes towards
That's
it.
that's negative now.
Now,
That's negative.
the point is this, that the positive in the first place does not have love, or the negatives in the first place does not have love. It is the positive that brings the love. Someone brings love.
You've not answered the question.
I am
Is
on the
it
process.
possible? Is
Another
it
one.
But you see, that he's trying to say that it's not possible.
It's
That's
not
what-
possible.
It's not possible.
That
For the
one
two people.
person, because the negative is always blind.
So what if the other person is not able? Because you said that now you are trying.
It's
what,
not
what,
two
wait,
of them. One
what-
person
yes.
must see the light and
So
then begin
what
to
if
go
the
for
other
it.
person now that you blindly love does not have the same mindset like you? Won't you be frustrated when you are being positive and this person because I have seen relationship where this man or woman is positive,
Moderator, pardon me.
trying to overlook things, and the
you
other
see, my
person
opponent is confused, and I'm going to be helping her.
confused. How?
Because you already
Please.
said that she's confused. Let
Because
me help her.
you
here.
said it's not possible
Now,
now for two
did you
for
know-
the two to be blind.
If I will ask you a
That's
question
what you
now,
said
I say,
now.
there is no, from the beginning, you say, let's shift from God's love. I said, there is no how we can shift, because that is the origination of the whole thing here. Now, the same men that say crucified him, and the other one that still hang on the cross and say forgive them, for they know not what they do. Did man even cease? So two of them cannot be seen in the love. One must always see and know that this one does not know what he's doing, because the negative is always totally
Then
blind.
it is wrong.
And how is it wrong?
It is wrong.
Today, if Jesus were
It is-
actually
then it is-
seeing
it is wrong.
just what we were doing and decided to judge us according to what we were doing, this issue of love we are talking about would not even have arrived here. So you find out that it sees beyond those our fault and decided to allow love to place in a blindfold way, that the same people he came to save, the same people he came to die for, shed the blood for, will still kill him, and he will say forgive them, for they know not what they do.
So what you are
And
saying?
then,
So what you are saying is that it is not possible for two people to be foolish in a relationship.
two people cannot be foolish in a relationship. But then
Because they asked that question.
there is a
before,
person, there is someone who is seen beyond the person who is everything well built, physically built, not challenging, and goes for that for those maybe physical challenged person, is in the positive here. It sees beyond those defects that people are running away from.
Okay.
And then so that one is not actually blind.
Okay, I want to read the messages. Before I read the messages,
Okay.
that means both you and Vero, even though you share the same ideology, there are still some discrepancies. She is saying that the two people must be blind
yes, be blind
in love.
for the relationship.
And you're saying one person should be and the other. Because why I ask this question is, this Bible we don't quote this morning. Let me even face you on it.
Okay.
Jesus, yes, because of the love that is blind, God sent Jesus to die for us, right? But at the end of the day, he still said, any of una will not do what to make this man die, he go hell. Why didn't after the death
Just
he still
overlook
continue
everything
to
wey
overlook
we do.
everything? I'm coming.
No
I'm
trouble.
coming. I'm coming. Why did he not, okay, at the end of the day? That means you that married somebody, or you that loved somebody, and eventually you married the person. Maybe the person is a harlot. Sorry to, I don't know why I just keep saying, but
Use the word. That is the word.
that's
That is the
what's
word.
closest
That is the
to my
word.
mouth.
We were even worse than that. Use the word.
Okay. So, and then, after marrying that harlot, after 2 years of marriage, because definitely, even when it is blind, like you said, that it has to be one person, and then the same harlot eventually starts seeing something she doesn't like in that person, because every human has a fault. Probably, when he came, maybe because of the love, the blind love and everything, It was okay. We have a call. Let's answer this call. Hello.
Hello, good morning, my favorite person.
Okay,
Good
no
morning.
need to ask who is on the line. This is Madam Treasure from Benin. How are you today?
Yes, so
I hope you are not
I'm
attacking me
fine,
today.
Okay, so how is Benin today?
Benin is fine.
Yeah.
Benin is good.
Yes. So, what's your take? Is love truly blind?
Well, for me, I think love is blind.
Okay.
It's just one reason. Sometimes we see two people who are in love. Some of us will not say, what in this man even see for this girl body? Or what in this girl see for this man body? You are not seeing what they saw. So to me, love is blind. Because even sometimes when we look at the people we are into a relationship with, normally, sometimes they are not really people that are our spec, but love just happens. So I feel love is blind.
And to you, relationships where the love is blind in quote, and relationships that they got married not because the love is blind. For instance, a king wants the daughter to marry the son of a senator. You understand? You know that one love no blind. They get waiting they see.
No, that one love no blind. That one arrangement.
Which ones the last pass and which ones they better pass?
For me, I feel that the blind one they make sense first.
Okay.
Because my reason is when love is blind, you can be able to ignore the negative part of your partner without getting angry. But if it is an arranged marriage, every little thing that your partner does gets you angry. Because that's not where you want to be.
Okay. The reason why I'm not going to bug you with so much questions is because today you are at peace with Prof. Prof, you watch your mouth. Watch what you say, so that she doesn't call back and then finally attack you. Today she's hiding her cutlass, and the two of you are in good terms.
No, we are really.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
we love ourselves.
Okay, you people love yourselves. Is it blindly? Is it blindly? Okay. Thank you for calling. Thank you. Yeah, that was Treasure from Benin, one of our favorite callers. Yes, I was asking you something.
Yes.
I didn't finish.
Okay.
So now probably the harlot eventually she stopped seeing some of those things that maybe, let me say in quotes, you used to woo her maybe that time and all that. And there's another caller. Let's take this call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Who is on the line?
Yeah, this is Arinze.
Arinze, where have you been since?
I told you I decided to go around the states in Nigeria, Akwa Ibom, Kogi. So I just came back from one of the states, It's a usual thing.
Okay,
Really
I hope you visited Maiduguri and Zamfara.
They say common sense is not common. So the small one I have, I'm using it. I'm not ready to die in a Love is blind. They say love is blind. Common sense too is blind, and somehow it's not blind. That's why I'm able to identify the little sense I have. I'm not ready to die prematurely. Make I marry first.
Okay. So what's your take? Is love truly blind?
Well, from the small, tiny knowledge I have, a lot of these people that have been saying love is blind, like many of them now, they are now coming out to say that you should open your eyes, or like the way they are warning a lot of us, we young people. Shine your eyes, open your eyes, no do say love blind, use your number 6, use your common sense. And I'm wondering why all these people with so much experience are saying these things. I found out that a lot of things have have changed. It is very easier for you to find sincere people that time. It's much easier for you to find sincere people those days, unlike now that things are becoming bad, like it's getting worse every day. People are becoming extremely wicked. Someone can come to you and say, I love you, I can die for you. And the person is saying it, they are even crying saying it, only for you to enter the thing and discover that this person has lied to you. They just wanted to use you to suck you and just dump you. So if you ask me, love was blind. This time it's no longer blind because
Love the sea road now.
it is still it dey shine eye. You get thought dey in eye now like this. They wear eyeglass. So I go with Sister Peace there. God bless her for me. Love is no longer blind, because if love is blind, marriage will open your eye, because that's what a lot of married people are saying now, like open your eye. And what they are trying to say is, make sure you do, it's called due diligence. Make sure you carry out all the research, all the information you need to gather before going into this thing. Because if you say love is blind, it will make you to just go in without checking if this person is truly your spouse, if this person has a hidden agenda, if this person is evil, you know. But when you understand that love is no longer blind, it doesn't mean that love is not real and it's not genuine. God is the originator and the founder of love. In fact, his own love is called agape love. That's why I believe that it's only agape love that is blind, because God loves us unconditionally. But you see the other types of love, them storge, filio, eros, those ones are no longer blind though. They get touched now, they get specs. So,
So those ones the sea road now.
they still go back to back.
But in this present time, can we apply the agape love?
Of course, you can apply God's love anytime, anywhere.
So what are we saying now? You say love no blind these days. Can't we apply the agape love in our marriages?
Agape love is good, but it's not enough in marriages, because agape love is God's kind of love. When we talk about other love like storge, filio, eros, some of them are sexual love, some of them are brotherly love. So those things also need to be involved in marriage, because you must love your wife unconditionally, love your husband unconditionally. That's agape love, and then you must also love them sexually. And you must also love them as a brother and as a sister too. So when it comes to God's kind of love, there's nothing we can do about that. It's compulsory. But you see those ones, they are also compulsory. But open your eyes. Don't do love is blind in storge, eros, because it will harm you.
Die early.
Thank you. God bless you.
What you are saying is, let us let the love breathe.
But no, let love break. I've been waiting for this. Let it break. That's it. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Arinze. Such a funny guy.
But do you know the funny thing? Because we keep saying that even in olden days, do you know that even our elders, ancestors then, before they marry a woman or a man, they go out to make findings. They don't just go blindly and say, because we see a beautiful girl in your compound, we want to marry